Hello, hello. Welcome to my first show and tells where I'm going to talk about, review, and swatch a product that isn't even available anymore. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics has closed down. Jaclyn Hill, in collaboration with Morphe, has shut down. The only way you could get these is if there is leftover stock that you may find at your TJ Maxx, your Ross, your Marshalls, just any other discount place store, maybe even a Didi's discount at this point. I know they're still around because I occasionally will still find and see like lip liners or her some sort of like primers or other facial products that she still might have available in those stores, but overall this brand is gone. It is no longer here. These are all the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks that I have. These are all liquid lipsticks, and I feel like I got these, because I found them on sale at like TJ Maxx, or because I felt like I might get some FOMO if I didn't buy some of these products. I think I got some of them off the Morphe website as well because I needed a couple more bucks, to get like free shipping and stuff. So I thought I would try one of Jaclyn's liquid lipsticks. But I feel like overall, most people are not going to like this product. These Jaclyn Hill liquid lipsticks are really for one person, and the type of girl this is for is a gal who likes dry or drying liquid lipsticks. And by drying, I guess if you like to feel like some of the moisture has been sucked out of your lips, these products are for you. I personally do not. I think I could bear with it for a while for a couple of these, but some of these don't even like really perform that well, and they start to crease in that space between your lip and the inside of your mouth. Do you know what I mean? And the product kind of starts to roll up and you're like pulling pieces of the product from out of your mouth. So while I'm talking, let's do some swatching. This is the shade Love. This is one of the shades you can still find, I feel like, in a lot of stores still, because it was part of one of her last collections. This is the Poutspoken liquid lipstick. This is one of her last things that she did. She did a kind of, I guess you call it a collab, but like a dedicated kind of collection to her mother, with her mother, and this is part of that. And it says long wearing luxe matte color that stays put on your pout. I feel like they're not that crazy. They're pretty as long lasting as you think they are. Again, here is Love. Out of the 5 shades that I have, I think this is my favorite shade out of them all. It's not particularly a shade I think I have a close dupe to in my collection. It's like this kind of reddish pink. It's super intense. I think it's really pretty. But like I said, these they're not super drying, but you can definitely feel the moisture being sucked out of your lips, okay? And if you don't like that, you're not gonna like these. I can put it up with it for a little bit, just for this shade and these colors. But overall, I'm glad I don't have a huge collection of these because they're not that good. They are not that good. This is also one of her last collections. It says the same exact thing. Liquid lipstick. I wish I had the collab it was with on it as well. But this is shade Beau. It is a super bright shade. She came out with 4 red liquid lipsticks around Christmas time. So this is kind of like her New Year's liquid lip shade. And it is a super duper intense bright red, and these all have that typical usual kind of doe foot applicator. Dude, this is such a pretty bright shade. Wow, it's so pretty. But also super drying. Exaggerate when I say super drying. It is drying, but I've had some really cheap liquid lips that I've tried before, and so I know what super dry is. So this one we have, again, it's just this Poutspoken liquid lipstick. I think it says it's all the same like language on them. This one was from a strawberry collection that she did. She came out with a pink and red palette with Morphe. This is in the shade Sugared. This is in my 3rd place because this is again a very unique color I don't have in my collection. It is like a neon orange, super just random and weird, and not at all a shade Jaclyn would, I think, ever be caught wearing. But this is one of the shades that she came out with, and it is like this super neon orange corally color. Oh my god, it's like a highlighter orange. And this is 3rd just for the unique color, but it doesn't, It's a little streaky. It doesn't work too well, but you know, give it third place because it's such a unique color. These last two are, I think, not my least favorite, just not as nice. These are the two shades that really, I feel like, are drier than the other three, but also don't fully really dry down. They kind of get streaky on the lips. They kind of move around funny. This is You Guys. This is You Guys. And this is part of that huge liquid lip collection that she came out with. I think it was like 28 shades or something. Like, it was something ridiculous. Like, so many liquid lips. And this is like a purpley color. We love a purple moment. So this is one of the ones that I got. Another intense, it's like a berry purple color. You can see a theme here of the kinds of shades that I like to use. You can see here this red has dried down faster than this pink. The pink is still shiny because it hasn't fully dried down. This one is drying down faster, but it's still a little bit transferable. That is my fourth favorite, and I think my least favorite of them all is probably Flannel. And I won't say I fought really hard for Flannel, but this is part of this Christmas collection, New Year's collection thing that she came out with. That's why you have this really cool kind of ice silver packaging on this. And it's quite cool, and this is an even darker red. But because it's so dark, this is probably the most drying out of all the 5 I have. And it's one of the most intense ones, and it can get a little streaky and hard to use. It's a really pretty color. I just wish they weren't as as drying. Like, if you could leave some moisture on my lips, that would be really nice. But these are the 5 shades that I have left. I think I may have had more but gave them away. Yeah, no, I definitely gave them away. They were colors that I did not like. So these are the 5 that I have kept. I can definitely see myself probably giving away these last 2, maybe even these last 3. But this is my little collection, my little show and tell. Let me know down below if you still have any Jaclyn Hill products. I always find so fascinating what we can find in places like a TJ Maxx or like a Ross or something. But thanks for coming to my little show and tell. I've been using these for the past week to make sure that, you know, I still want to keep them and still want to use them. So it's been a fun time. Y'all have a great day.